To the Crochet Crowd, I'm your host Mikey, and today is week number 2 of our study of complicated. In the study of complicated here, we're going to do the center ring. Now, I have run out of the dark orchid. I'm going to be substituting with gray. So with this particular one, we have our instructions as you'll see here, and we also have a crochet diagram that's been provided to you for if you decided to purchase the download, and of course you're going to find the photographs as well to go. So we're going to start with our 5mm size H crochet hook and begin. Remember, at the bottom of the pattern has all the color information, just so that you don't have to keep thumbing back and forth. And without further ado, let's begin. As we begin our slip knot, one of the tips I'd recommend is take the ball bands and label them A, B, C, D, E, and just write those letters on the ball band. It makes it easier instead of having to look for the color each time. So we're going to start off with a slip knot using the color A. I'll call it the color numbers, and remember I'm substituting, as I said, for dark orchid. So I'm going to begin by chaining 2, and let's begin the first round. We're going to go second chain from the hook for round number 1. Go to the second chain and create 12 double crochet into the second chain. We'll count those out together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 is the last one. So when we're ever doing color changes in this particular video, I already did it on video number 1, week number 1, showing you how to weave in back and forth. So whenever there's a color change, just refer to that or just remember how you did it. After you have your 12 double crochets in, I'd recommend that you count just to make sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you're off by 1 or 2, it's going to cause you a nightmare later. Slip stitch to the first double crochet and you'll have a nice tight center ring. Let's begin round number 2, continuing with the same color. Round number 2, right where you're sitting, you're going to chain 4. That'll count as a double crochet and a chain 1 space. So 1, 2, 3, that's the double crochet, and the 4th chain is a chain 1 space. Starting in your next available stitch, I want you to double crochet and then chain 1. And then go into your very next stitch, double crochet and chain 1, and keep doing that all the way around. So next stitch, double crochet, chain 1. Please complete this all the way around. I'll see you at the end of round number 2. And coming all the way around, just going into my last stitch, don't forget the chain 1 after. Before you join, make sure that you can count 12 posts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. After that last post, you should have chained 1, and you were going to slip stitch to the 3rd chain up of your beginning. Okay, so not all the way to the 4th one, just to the 3rd, so it keeps the space open just like you see. We are going to get rid of this color right next. So we want to break this color and begin with the color B in the next step. So just cut your yarn, weave it in, and I'll be right back to start round number 3. So let's begin round number 3. You're going to choose any of those chain 1 spaces. Doesn't matter which one, it's all going to be the same. And just go on in with the yarn attached into the hook already. Just yarn over and pull through and through. Okay, so it's attached, and chain 3. Chain 3 is counted as your first double crochet. I need you to double crochet back into that same space again. Toss that loose end to the back. You use your tapestry needle to weave it in later. And then you're going to chain 2. And simply come to your next empty chain 1 space and put in 2 double crochet. And this is going to be your repeat around. So after the 2 are in, chain 2, and then back into the next spot, the next space that you'll see, 2 double crochet, and chain 2. Please complete this all the way around for round number 3. At the end of round number 3, I'm just filling in every space with 2 double crochet, and don't forget the chain 2, and slip stitch it to the top of the first chain 3. So this is going to be the end of this color, and we need to get rid of this yarn. And for round number 4, use the color C as in cat, and I'll be right back. We're going to begin with the color C, and in my case it's white. And what I need to do is to join it with a standing single crochet. So we use this quite often in our tutorial work and also patterns. Have it already on the hook and go to the top of the first double crochet. Can be any one really. But go to the first one and yarn over and pull through and leave the other loop intact, just like this, and then yarn over, pull through 2. That's a standing single crochet. So it's instead of just attaching chain 1 single crochet, you're doing everything at the same time. Single crochet into the next double crochet that you'll have. And to create texture, we're about to start, toss that to the back, and we're going to use this post right here. And you're going to put 2 front post double crochets around it. So wrap the hook going in the side of the post, so capture it. Okay, so you're going right around it, pull through 2 and 2, and do another one of those. So wrap and in, pull through 2 and 2. So that's 2 double crochets wrapped around this post. So now just pull it back if you don't see it. See that this was the next space. So you're going to use the next 2 double crochet and just single crochet 1 into each. So 1 and 2. So the next 2 front are going to be a front post double crochet around this one. Okay, front post double crochet, do the first one and do the next one. And then use the next double crochets that you're running into here. So just skip that space and just single crochet that. Please complete this all the way around, and I'll be right back in a moment. Coming up on the end of round number 4, just filling it with the last 2 front post double crochet and slip stitch it to the first standing single crochet. And this is the end of this color. And in round number 5, you need the color D as in dog. So just get rid of this yarn and meet me back here in a moment. Round number 5 with the color D. Start off with the 2 single crochets, just pick the first one. Okay, so there's 2 in a row, just pick the first one. Doesn't matter which 2 you pick, just pick the first one. And you were going to start by just attaching it with a slip stitch and then chain 2. And you were going to double crochet into the next one. So the chain 2 and double crocheting in the next one is the equivalent of a 2 together double crochet. So it's called the beginning double crochet in the pattern. You are now going to, at this point, chain 2, and you are going to then use these 2 front post double crochet, use them together as one. So yarn over and do a front post double crochet around both of those at the same time. Pull through 2 and 2 back up to the top. You were going to chain 2 and then use the next 2 single crochets that you have here and do that as a together double crochet. So just wrap the hook going into the first one, pull through 2 and hold, and then do the next one the same way. So wrap and into the next one, pull through 2 and hold. Pull through all 3 loops and then chain 2. So the next one is a front post double crochet just like this one around those together as one. And then chain 2 and then use the next 2 single crochets for a 2 together double crochet. So don't forget to chain 2 in between each of these steps. So chain 2, front post double crochet around the next 2 there, then chain 2, and then put the next 2 single crochets together with a double crochet 2 together. Please do this all the way around for round number 5. I'm coming to the end of round number 5, just repeating those steps, chain 2, and the last one going in here is a front post double crochet around the one below. Okay, so use them both together and chain 2 after it and join with a slip stitch, just like this. Okay, and what we're going to do is keep this color going for round number 6. I'll be right back. Round number 6, we need to get ourselves to the next chain 2 space, so we need to slip stitch over to the space first. And you're gonna think to yourself, why would you have ever designed it this way? It's cool, you just gotta bear with it and hold on. So you're gonna chain a total of 3, so 1, 2, 3, and pinch that third one because you're gonna create a picot on the top of this. So how do you do a picot is that you go 1, 2, 3, so chain 3, and right where I'm pinching, move your thumb out of the way and slip stitch into that one that you pinched. So just slip it completely and then double crochet back into that same space that you were just in. We're going to be using these picot stitches in the future. So they're not just, they're not actually just ornamental, they're actually practical. So to begin to continue around, you're going to chain 1 and then do the next one, next space, double crochet, and then a picot. So chain 3, and just slide right here. Do you see how there are 2 is right here? Just slide right in, yarn over, pull through, and that's your picot. And don't forget to double crochet back into there. So we're doing the picot after the first one so it stays in the center piece. So chain 1 and then move to your next space. So double crochet and picot. So chain 3 and slip stitch to the top of the last stitch. There you go, and then double crochet in. And I need you to do this all the way around. If you need the stitch counts, they are provided on the pattern for you, the paid and the free version. So I'll be right back at the end of this round. Finishing up the very last stitch, it's a double crochet, and before you join it, just make sure you chain 1 to create that extra space that you need, and go to the 3rd chain up from where you started. This is the end of the line for this color for this time, and we are going to move on to round number 7 with the color E, and we're going to start with our bitty stripes, which will probably get you pretty excited. Let's begin to do that next. Let's begin round number 7 with the bitty stripes color E. So you're going to use each one of these picots. Remember that you chain 3, so if you actually put your hook in there, you can isolate the chain 3 itself. You can start it in any one of these, it won't matter which one. So we're just going to go in, and with the yarn already on the hook, you're going to attach, just like that, and chain 1, and you were going to single crochet into the same picot. You need to chain 3 to create a little mini fan shape, so 1, 2, 3, and single crochet back into that same picot. So we're either doing something small or we're doing something big. So if we did small, the next one's got to be big. So what you're going to do is reach over to the next picot and put in 3 double crochet. So just isolate it. Your hook should go right in the center of that chain 3, and you're going to double crochet 3 times. So we have 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to chain 1 and 3 more double crochet into that same picot. 1, 2, and 3, and let the colors of the bitty stripes just fall where it wants to. So now you're going to reach to the next picot and do exactly how you started. So you're going to start off with a single crochet first, chain 3, and single crochet in, and now you're going to move to your next picot, doing the big one. So 3 double crochet first. We have 1, 2, and 3, chain 1 only, and 3 more double crochet in. And you're creating all these fan shapes or kind of petals going around the center. Okay, so then go back to doing a small one, which is 1 single, chain 3, 1 single, then jump to the next one, which is the next big one. So 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles, and I need you to do this all the way around for round number 7, and I'll be right back in a moment. I'm coming all the way around. The last picot, if I'm following sequence, should be a big one. So there's I've just finished a small one. Here's a small one, so the last one is a big one. Okay, so 3 double crochet. And then chain 1 and 3 double crochet. We're going to continue this color on into round number 8, so we do not want to finish off, but we do want to do a slip stitch to the first single crochet. And we're going to begin our journey, round number 8, right at this moment. I'll see you there in a moment. So let's begin round number 8. So we're in the wrong spot right now. We need to slip stitch to the chain 3 space of the little ones that we were doing. So let's get there first, and you're going to chain a total of 3. That's counted as your first double crochet, and you need a total of 7 altogether. So if this is 1, the next double crochet is number 2, and go all the way to 7. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Once you have your 7 in there, you're just going to reach to the chain 1 space of the next big one that you had, and you're going to only apply 3 single crochets there. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So now let's repeat our pattern. So see the next chain 3 space of the little one, there's going to be 7 double crochets in there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So then you reach to the big one, go to the chain 3 space or chain 1 space, and place in 3 single crochet. And I need you to do this concept all the way around for round number 8, and my colors are about to change, so it'll look really variegated at the end of this round, depending on the colors that you chose, obviously. I'll be back at the end of number 8. Finishing up round number 8, I'm applying my last 3 single crochet into the last chain 1 space that you have, and then you're just going to join with a slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3. You're going to get rid of this color, and you're going to move on to the color C as in cat as we move to round number 9 in just a moment. Round number 9, we're going to start with the color C, and I need you to go and see the 7 double crochets that you'll have. You're going to get the first one of any group of the 7. And when you join it, you want to join to the back post of it. So come from the back, it's already on the hook, and take that post back with you to the back side. So you're attaching it to the back side. If you attach it to the top of the stitch, it's going to make everything look like sin. Okay, you don't want that. So you're going to chain 2, which will not count as a stitch, and around the same one that you've attached it to, I need you to double crochet the back post. So just wrap and come around the back. So just isolate it and take it to the back. Get rid of that tail end out of your way. Just pull it out, you'll weave it in later, and then pull through, and then pull through 2 and 2. So you've just attached and you've done a back post double crochet around the same one. So the rest of the 6 that are left are each going to be a back post double crochet. So wrap and just come from the back and take the next post with you to the back side. Pull through 2 and 2. And you keep doing that until all 7 are done. So the back posts and front posts and all that kind of stuff has always been in my wheelhouse for something that I've enjoyed. My first book that I bought when I was 14 had these kind of stitches, and I was so fascinated by the texture that it gives. It's probably what's propelled my love of crochet all these years. So this is going to make that last petal stand off. So all 7 are now done. And before you continue along, you're going to chain 1. And you're going to come to the middle one of the grouping of 3 single crochets and do a 4 double crochet popcorn. So you're going to use the regular stitch and place in 4 double crochet first. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And once you have your 4, take out your hook, come to your first one of the grouping of 4 and stick your hook in, going to the back side. put the loop on, pull through, and chain 1 will lock that into position so it stays puffed up. And now you're going to chain 1, and then the next 7 in a row are each going to be a back post double crochet. So we have, and so you can either count them, but if you think you have 7 of them, you don't need to. Just to make sure you do all 7. So you're essentially just back posting the entire fan that you made before. Okay, so all 7 are now done. That fan is complete. Chain 1 and then do a 4 together 4 double crochet popcorns in the middle single crochet. So let's see that there's 3, it's the middle one. Use the regular stitch and create 4 double crochets in it first. Release the hook, come to the first one of the grouping of 4, from the front to the back side, put the loop on, pull through, chain 1 locks that to make it puffed up, and then chain 1 moves on, and you start doing back post double crochets again in the next fan. I need you to do this all the way around for round number 9. At the end of number 9, after the last popcorn and after you've secured it with the chain 1 and then chain 1 to actually move on, you were just going to slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. So now what you need to do, get rid of this color and get ready with the color B as in ball next for round number 10. Let's begin round number 10. You may hate me for this one, so easy on the comments. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to get you started, and this round is kind of, it has to go in sync. Just let me shut up and just show you. So I'm going to start off and I'm going to begin then on the first back post double crochet right at the top of the stitch. Just attach it, chain 1 and single crochet into the same one. You're now going to chain just 1 and skip just 1 stitch and single crochet the next. Then you're going to chain 2, skip the next one here and go to the second one over and single crochet, and then only chain 1, skip the next one and single crochet into the last one. So this is how you're doing your shells. So you single in the first one, chain 1, skip 1, single into the next one, and then chain 2, skip just 1, single crochet the next one, chain 1, skip 1, and single crochet into the last. Once you have that done, we are then going to chain 4 and jump right over top of this popcorn. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So come on into the first back post double crochet right here. So you're going to go in first, single crochet, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next, chain 2, skip just 1 and single crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1 and single crochet in the last one, and then chain 4 to jump over to get the first back post double crochet after the popcorn. And you're going to do this around. Okay, and I know. So just do it and I'll be right back in a moment at the end of round number 10. Finishing up round number 10, I just have my last chain 4 to jump over and slip stitch to the beginning single crochet. We're going to keep this color going on for round number 11, and we'll start that in just a few moments from now. Let's begin for round number 11. You need to slip stitch to the next chain 1 space to begin. Chain 1 and single crochet into the space. There is some method to the madness, so just in case that you're wondering. So in the next chain 2 space, I need you to apply 3 single crochets in there. So you're not going to worry about going into any of the single crochet stitches, you're only playing in the space. So 3 single crochets in there. Jump to the next chain 1 space and apply 1 single crochet. Now to see the chain 4 here behind the popcorn, apply 4 single crochets into that space. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's go through the repeat pattern. So in the next chain one space, you are going to apply 1 single crochet. The next chain 2 space is going to be 3 single crochets. So we have 1, 2, and 3. The next chain 1 space is a single crochet by itself, and then your chain 4 is next. And so there's going to be 4 single crochets there. And that's going to be your repeat all the way around. It's really not that hard. So 1 single into the next chain 1 space, 3 singles into the next chain 2 space, 1 single into the next chain 1, and then 4 singles into the chain 4 space. Okay, please do this all the way around for number 11. I'll be right back in a moment. At the end of round number 11 here, I am just going to slip stitch then to the top of the first single crochet, and that's it. We're going to get ready with the color A next for round number 12. So let's get ready with the next color, and it's color A, and the next 3 rounds, number 12, 13, and 14 are all the same color. You can start off in any single crochet stitch that you would like to start with, doesn't matter, and you are going to begin with a joining of the stitch, chain 1, and single crochet into the same one, just like that. And then what you have to do then is put another single crochet into there. So you got 2 into the same one. Starting in your very next stitch, the next 8 will be by itself. So let's count those up together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now the next one has 2 into the same one. So noticing that I started in the last one, on the last chain 4, I ended up, that's where you'll do the increase. It's in the same stitch, if that helps you to see that. So then you'll do the next 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then 2 into the next one, which you see it's the last one of the grouping of 4 that's there. So it's always in the same position going all the way around. Please do this all the way around for round number 12. Finishing up number 12, I've got my 8th one in. So if I was continuing along, the next one has 2 into the same one, but it's the end, and I'm just going to slip stitch to the first single crochet. Let's move along to number 13. So number 13, we're going to get a little bit bigger again. So we're going to chain up 1 and apply 2 single crochets into the first stitch. I'm going to give you a little bit of tip here, a little tip. See how you got 2 into the same one right here? It's always the first one of the grouping of 2 that will have the extra one in it. But if you like to count, then it's just 9. So 9 to get there. So starting in the first one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And do you see? The next one has 2 into the same one. So it's the first one that has 2, and then it's the next 9 again. But if you can see it right here, that's the one that gets 2. Please do this all the way around for round number 13. Okay, it came all the way around on round number 13 here. And number 14 is going to take us to conclusion, and you can block it at the end of that. And let's get started on that in just a moment. Round number 14, we're going to begin by chaining 1 and placing 2 single crochet into the first one. So the answer is 10. There are 10 single crochets before you get to the repeat. If you can see the one that has 2 in it, it's always the first one again. So if you can see that. So we'll count out the first 10 to make you happy. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then the next one is the 2 into the same one. It's the first one. Place 2 into that one, and then continue around. So it's the next 10, and then 2, and do that around, and I'll be right back in a moment. I'm now at the end of round number 14. Slip stitch it, and let's get rid of this yarn. So if it's not sitting flat, or you don't love it that much, because of the way it's sitting. Recommend just get a spray bottle and just lightly spray it, and then just kind of use your hands and push it out and just make the round shape that it's supposed to be and push it down to the surface, like kind of like that, and let it air dry. That's called blocking. And you're going to notice is that there's flat sections. Each one of the flat sections, there's going to be a trapezoid granny that's going to work into it, and you have a total of 12 of those to do next time in week number 3. So just weave in all your ends. If you need to block it, let me know how you're doing in the comments, and I will see you on week number 3, because that's a really big week of all of it. And I'll be right back at that video in a moment, and I'll see you. Bye-bye.